Oh, we meet again, Kunal.
Yeah, we meet again.
How have you been?
I'm fine. How have you been?
I'm also doing great. I think initially there was an echo. Yes, now it's fine. I was able to hear my
Great.
own voice. It's not interesting to hear your voice back, if
Yes,
you have
it's not
ever.
interesting.
Right. Right. Hmm. So, yes, so we were discussing about a lot of things yesterday, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. So while I was just having a discussion with the previous learner,
Mhm.
the learner was telling me, he told me we ended the session on this note. He was smiling and telling me, Ammu, you're very blunt and very open with your feedback. So I said, oh,
Mhm.
did I demotivate you? He said, no, I'm glad, and I shall definitely work on these things and meet you
Mhm.
next time. So then I
Okay.
remembered you, and then here you are.
Okay.
Right. So today's topic is very hypothetical scenario. Did you go through it?
Mhm. No, I didn't go through it.
Oh, all right. Then I shall read it for you. So the topic for today is, would you rather change the past or explore the future?
Mhm.
Hmm. Which one?
Explore the future, obviously.
Explore the future. You don't want to change a thing in your past.
No, I don't want to change anything in my past.
Why not? I'm sure that is with a very good intention. Tell me, why not?
Uh, like you said, it's an hypothetical situation. So yes,
Hmm.
I might want to change my past. I'm very confused. Like the question is such that I don't really like talking about these hypothetical situations, but I want to.
Hmm.
So like I was about to say that we cannot change our past. So
Right.
my thought process was in that direction. So if
Correct.
I wanted to change my past, obviously I would like to change my past and see where it goes. What's your opinion? What do you want to do?
I would definitely not want to change a single thing in my past,
Mhm.
because whatever I am today, it's because of all those experiences. Had one thing been changed, the equation would have been quite different. So nothing related to past. Let it be as it is. But as you said, since it's a hypothetical situation, we have the
Mhm.
other option, isn't it?
Mhm.
Future. I'm not
So I have
really
a question
interested.
for you.
Mm.
So if you had an opportunity to change something in your past that would make you extremely rich right now, wouldn't you do that? Or
No.
extremely happy?
The point is that I feel complete and whole right now, and because
Okay, okay.
in the past I used to live in a victim mode. I used to feel a lot of lack, but now
Mhm.
that I'm standing here and when I look back at my journey, I can understand it was very much
Mhm.
necessary to understand the
Mhm.
fullness that I'm feeling now. So I'm already
Mhm.
feeling quite rich. I don't want to change
Okay,
anything. Mm.
that's great to hear because very few people are content with what they have.
Mm.
Personally, I am not content with what I have. I want more and more in life.
Ah, have you heard the? I'm not really sure whether you have heard the term, the law of attraction. Are you familiar with that
Yes,
particular?
yes, I've
Yes.
heard the term, but people use it in different contexts everywhere.
Yes, yes, correct, correct. So, from my own personal experience, what I've understood is that there are certain laws on which the universe operates. It's not like
Mhm.
that we say we want this and it happens. No, it's based on
Yes.
your feeling that you attract. So, the moment I stopped being a victim and I
Mhm.
started feeling this fullness and I started living in the present moment, I started attracting a lot of things. Even the job which I'm handling now, it's
Mhm.
because of this particular shift in my thought process. Earlier, I
Yes.
used to be very frustrated. I used to do multiple jobs which never made me happy.
Okay, okay.
Tell me something about you in those terms.
Yeah, so you talked about a very good point that a person has to do a job that makes him feel good from the inside, not
Hmm.
just uh, not just think about it will create a lot of money for him or her.
Hmm.
First and foremost rule should be that you should be happy with your job, and even I feel the same. And even uh, for me, I personally I don't want to do a job like I think it will be very monotonous. So I don't want to live that kind of a life where
Hmm.
there is no constant growth.
Hmm.
So that's my personal opinion.
Hmm. So
Like I want to do
you're currently, I guess you told me you're
one
supporting
second.
your family business.
Hello.
Right.
Sorry for the
No, that
disturbance.
is not right.
I'm at home right now, so and
That is
there's a lot of
perfectly all right. That is perfectly all right. Yes. So if I'm correct, I do remember you telling me initially that currently you're not working and you're supporting your family business. Correct?
yes,
Yes.
I'm building it to be very particular.
And are you happy? Are you enjoying doing it?
Yes, yes, I am happy and I feel a lot of happiness when I achieve some sort of a small milestone, and
Oh, mm.
that gives me a good night's sleep.
Oh, that.
That would be a good way to put it.
Mm. But having said that, you would like to explain something more, I guess, because initially you told me that you're not feeling content right now. What is it that lack
So
that you're feeling?
So content in the sense that I want to be independent. I want to have my own business as such. In that sense, I was talking about. Like I
Oh,
have started my YouTube journey, so I want to become a content creator. I was talking in those terms. Like
oh,
that's my
right.
own that's my own thing that I have started. So I want to build it big,
Correct, correct. That is good.
if that
So
makes
I
any sense.
that yes, definitely we all have a goal, isn't it? That this is see
Mhm.
once we have achieved something, we want something more. It's always like
Yes,
that,
yes,
and it's
yes,
good.
yes,
In one way, it is good. So I'm
yes.
glad that you are able to pronounce the word correctly in the right context. The word content. When you were talking about your content and YouTube, you said content. Let me just share something with you. All right.
Yeah, sure,
So this
sure.
is this is our second session together. So
Yes,
since you have
yes.
taken my session, I would like to tell you that I live next. There is a railway line passing like which is
Mhm.
1 kilometer away from my home. So recently,
Okay,
one learner shared that if there is a railway line passing and if there is a train moving at a particular time, then it
mhm.
might hinder the network. So I'm facing
Okay,
this issue, which is not in my
okay,
control. So keep that in mind whenever you're
okay,
having a
okay,
session with me. And give it some 10 seconds. Once a
okay, okay.
train crosses, immediately the network is stabilizing. I'm so sorry for that.
No problem, no problem.
I think
There,
somebody is calling you.
yeah, people. Actually, I'm in my room, so people come and go across the room every time.
Oh, right.
They
That is
have
okay.
all. They always have some or the other work from me.
That is okay then. If you want to just tell them something that you're in the middle of a
No, no,
class.
no. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now
Oh,
it's
right.
fine.
Yes. Yes. So we're discussing about future. What is that one aspect in future that you would like to explore now?
Explore now. What
Mm.
does that mean? Like I have to explore it in the future itself, right?
I'll ask you a question. Would you like to know how you are going to die, or would you like to
No,
know
no, no, no,
when
no,
you are
no,
going to? Not
no,
interested.
no, 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 not at all.
Hmm.
Like there would be, if I knew, there would be a lot of anxiety and anxiety issues related to
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
You would always be thinking about that particular incident, and
Hmm. True.
it will really hamper your mental health in a very bad way.
Correct. I don't even want to know anything which is going to happen tomorrow. I'm not even interested, isn't it?
Yeah, same with me.
Correct. So we'll drop that question then. We'll not
Mm,
further pursue that particular topic, but let's look
mm,
at two idioms related to the topic. A
mm.
blast from the past. Meeting Tina at the party was a blast from the past. What is the meaning of blast from the past?
I guess it's going down memory lane once again, and re-cherishing all the moments that you had
Right.
earlier, and now you
Correct.
get to revisit each and every one of them. I
Correct.
guess
Correct.
that's what
Absolutely.
it means.
Right. Yes. Just around the corner. My birthday is just
It's
around
just
the
around
corner.
the corner.
What's the
Yeah.
meaning?
It's coming soon. Something is coming soon. It's just
Some
around, like you said, my birthday is just around the corner, which
something
means it is
approaching.
something
Some,
approaching. My
right.
exams are just around the corner.
Correct.
They are knocking on the door, something like
Hmm.
that.
Correct, correct. I think you are familiar with idioms, and I think you're a person who's using them, incorporating them in your
Yes,
sentences. Then correct.
yes.
Always make sure.
I
Tell
know the idioms, but like right now I am incorporating them in my sentences. I am doing it consciously,
me.
and I hope that it becomes a subconscious thing in the future, so that
Hmm.
I don't have to think and it comes out naturally.
Right. I have heard only one idiom which is commonly used in India. That is, this is not my cup of tea. That is the only thing I've heard, very commonly used. Other than that, I personally refrain from using idioms because
Yes.
sometimes the audience might not resonate with what you're saying. So then it becomes
Yes.
yes. Hmm.
In the previous class, you said that you have to mold your speech according to the audience.
Hmm.
What kind of an audience is it? Do they
Absolutely.
understand normal language or do they understand advanced language? You
Oh,
get to know that in the first 5 or 6 minutes of interacting with them.
oh, so you were very attentive during the last session. I'm glad.
No, one or two things always stick out from any conversation or any video that I'm watching. You listen to any one, you read any book or you listen to any one speech. So there would always be 2 or 3 points that will always be kept in your mind for a very long time, isn't it?
Correct,
So
correct.
this was one of it.
Oh, right, right. I'm glad. All right. Okay. So let me just tell you some of the observations. Oh, maybe instead of observations, we can try that. We discussed about vocabulary building, isn't it? Let's say the word sad. Sad is a very small little word.
Sad,
Instead of saying
yes.
sad, how can we better rephrase that word? What are the synonyms of sad?
Sad would pathetic,
Right. Let's say somebody is asking you, why are you looking so gloomy? What happened? So you're saying, I'm feeling low today. I'm feeling
gloomy,
sad. You can say, I'm feeling dejected. I'm
dejected.
feeling depressed. We all try to use the basic word, but I think you're now at a phase where you can slightly explore and
Mhm.
start using better words. Not better
Yes.
words, synonyms. Hmm.
A little advanced words.
See,
Synonyms, yes.
dejected and
Synonyms, yes.
depressed is not advanced. Even if you tell it to a normal person, they will understand. They can resonate.
Yes.
So I think advanced. I think something like what Shashi Tharoor is using. It's quite
Shashi
advanced.
Tharoor is perfect example for advanced English.
Yes, and I don't think people will be able to understand that in a sentence. They will get confused.
Yes.
Hmm.
I don't think even native people will be comfortable with that.
Right, true, true, true. Recently, I saw a video on YouTube and it was a native speaker. She was talking about a near death experience. I was very curious with the content, but I was also concentrating on the her language. I could see that she's using the word so many times,
Yes,
enormous amount of time.
yes, and
Hmm.
it's a very common thing when you listen to native speakers. They use a lot of fillers. They use
Yes,
like a lot, and but we forget to understand that they even have those good words in their kitty, so
right.
they can use it whenever they want to. And a
Yes,
good word is equal to a very long sentence,
correct.
isn't it? So
Yes.
even if they are using fillers, they can use a good word, and it will completely change the uh, quality of the conversation.
Correct. That is absolutely true. They can be very concise and precise, but
Yes,
still they are
yes.
not you doing it. But as Indian speakers, we are trying to bring down our fillers. We are too much focused on the language, isn't it?
Yes, and it's a good thing. I think you should not actually. I think that you should not follow. Yes, there are very successful people and popular people who use a lot of fillers, but it's not. People don't know from their English. They are popular because of their work, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Their
True.
work speaks for themselves, for them. But
Yes.
the context that I am talking about is daily communication at the workplace. So
Correct.
there you can't be using fillers, because the person in front of you would become very frustrated, and you would not be able to explain something very
Mm.
clearly to the point and precise.
Right. They will lose interest. They
Yes,
will lose
they will
interest
lose
for sure.
interest. Yes,
100%.
for
That
sure.
is very
Yes,
right. So
yes,
effective communication is what we are looking for. You specifically being a very good communicator. Now you're going to focus on being how to be as effective as possible. And
mhm,
I think in future,
yes,
when you're planning to prepare more content for your channel, you have to be very
yes,
concise and precise. If in one
yes,
minute you can share something, you will get more viewers. Mm.
yes.
Right,
Obviously.
right, right. All right. Let's look at another word. Oh, recently I saw this word. Are you familiar with this word? Tardy?
I have not heard it anywhere, but I'll take a guess. Does it mean to be tired,
It means delayed.
tardy?
Delayed.
Okay, delayed.
See, tardy response, meaning delayed response.
Okay.
This word I saw it in the morning. I saw it in a particular quote. So from the
Mhm,
quote, I could understand that it's delayed.
mhm.
But if I
Okay.
just remove that word and individually look at it, maybe I'll not be able to connect it. Hmm.
Okay.
So whenever you're learning a new word, try to memorize immediately that word in one particular sentence so that it's much more easy for the brain to reproduce it.
Yes.
Like that. Hmm. Right, right. Anything related to some of the discussions that we had? Anything you would like to ask or
No, nothing I
anything?
would like to ask. And I would to also like to inculcate a skill of asking questions. Like sometimes I am not able to frame questions to ask to the person in front of me.
Oh, why
I
don't you?
ask, I ask sometimes, but it's I have to be very consciously do it.
I could make out that yesterday you were trying very consciously trying
Hard.
to ask me something, get involved in the conversation. That is
Yes,
okay.
yes,
That is an art, and the willingness to try it itself is really appreciative. See, I'll tell you one something. Whenever you're planning to ask a question, I can immediately make out from your face. I know now that he's
yes.
going to ask me something. So that with practice it comes down. You should not make that other person feel okay. I'm now preparing. So what happens is that I know now he's not listening to me. He is analyzing his thoughts. So then what
Mhm.
happens? I know okay, it's better that I stop now. Let me give him a chance. In real case, it should not happen. Mm,
Yes, yes,
mm,
and sometimes people tend to speak for a very long time without uh, trying to understand what the listener is experiencing, or is he
mm.
feeling dull? Sometimes the listener becomes very dull
Yes, not only that, the
when
learners
you go when you
quite
go
dull.
very deep with your answer.
Correct, correct. That is true. So this is something that you can focus on. You can start
Yes,
interacting with the tutors, start getting involved. You're doing it, but
yes.
do it with less obviousness.
Okay, okay.
And your facial expressions give you away. Work on that as well.
Mhm.
We should be able to fake certain things. Our
Yes,
face is like a mirror. You should work on that
yes.
as well. Mm.
All thanks to my Clapingo tutors who have helped me. They have pointed out these mistakes, and
Mm. Right,
it's
right,
all because of them. I would say
right.
that.
What are you going to do after the session? Lunch?
Yeah, obviously lunch, and after that, let's see if I have some work and
Mm.
other work, whatever comes up. So I have to do that.
Right.